start getting yourself in order where you don't depend on these people, because they're going to be in a position where they can't help you because they can barely help themselves. Don't get caught up in that. Don't say you wasn't warned. Don't say you wasn't warned. See, for me, I'm that's why, like I said, I know the future and where the prosperity is going to be at. The prosperity is going to be on that African continent. I already know that. Continent, it's still got, gold and diamonds and platinum and copper and everything that's still there. Even they tried to rape it, and you know what? It belongs to black folks, and you need to go over there, break bread, and get involved, because they know their time is up. They know their time is up, and you just sit back and watch the show. They said, listen, what Megan done, like I said, they said because Harry co-signed it. He said, well, we need to see about another day. Listen, they couldn't even respond to that too quick. You understand? Your DNA. And yeah, Stephanie, they don't care about no attraction. They don't care about any of that. She said that I need your DNA. I need your melanin. So she said, so my kids can survive.
Ooh. Nah. If you're thinking strategically, right? Go back to the word strategically. She says she needs to survive. She's thinking strategically, man. Right. Relating to gaining an overall long-term military advantage. Oh, she said she needs a melanin so that my kids can survive. She's not thinking about relationship. She don't business about relationship and love. She's trying to get over on you. Relating to gaining an overall long-term military advantage. She wants your melanin. She wants that so-called black skin. She wants that melanin to survive. We're going to look up another word. There's another word, parasite, because he actually says the word. He says the word parasite, you see. Parasite, hanger on, leech, passenger, drone, bloodsucker, sponge, scrounger. Let me hear that again. I'm going to come back to that. He's hitting some good points, man. He's hitting some good points.
Like I said, just parasites.
Ooh.
That's what a parasite do. A parasite takes from you so it can survive. But you know what? I respect her. I respect her because she was so cold with it that dude couldn't even continue his cooning.
He couldn't continue his cooning because his dick was thinking, his head was thinking for him. He wasn't thinking with his head upstairs, he was thinking with his head downstairs, like a lot of some of you guys out there. Not all, but some of you guys out there, you don't think strategically, you think you think short term. But you see, let me go back to calculated again, man. Strategic. Let me go that, because you see, relating to gaining an overall long-term military advantage. Enough of the niggers, you think short-term. You don't think long-term, you think short-term. But she's thinking long-term, yeah? And that's what 99.99 of the Edomites out there, that's their makeup. We know that. It talks about that in Genesis 3. Subtle serpents, and they're all serpents, all of them. And if you haven't experienced it yet, you're probably going to experience it shortly. If you haven't already learned, or learn from someone who has experienced it. Yeah, she thinking short term, she thinking long term. Yeah, she thinking long term, relating to gaining an overall long term military advantage. Right, so he said the word parasite because that's an interesting word, man. Parasite. Yeah, because I've been aware just by pure observation how parasitical these are, man. Look at this. Parasite, a living thing as a flea, worm. Look at that. It's a living thing as a flea. It's a living thing. A living thing as a flea, worm, or fungus that lives in or on another living thing and gets food and sometimes shelter from from it, and usually causes harm. And another thing I've observed, when people spend a lot of time around these, and now I'm speaking from a physician, got my physician head on. They start to actually get sick and look sick. And now I'm speaking spiritually with a physician hat on. There's a lot of them, maybe not all, but a lot of them, because I've got people in my family, and it's supposed to, and if we're supposed to have good genes, why are you, because you've been hanging around ease, why are you starting to get grey hair and lose your hair prematurely? Because you're lying down with the living thing, yeah, a parasite, a living thing, a flea, worm or fungus that lives in or on another living thing and gets food and sometimes shelter from it, and usually causes harm, right? A physician would know, yeah, to it. A person who lives at the expense of another, that's E all over, man. Let me go back to the precepts, man. That's E all over. Yeah. Psalms 10:2 says, the wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor, let them be taken in the devices that they have made. The wicked boasteth, for the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and blesseth the covetous, whom the Lord abhorreth. The Lord hates them, right? The wicked through his pride of his countenance will not seek after God. God is not in all his thoughts. Let me jump down. His mouth, Psalms 10:7. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud, and under his tongue is mischief and vanity. Right. He sitteth in the lurking places. What does a moth do? What does a worm do? What does a parasite do? He sitteth in the lurking places of the village. In the sacred places does he grab hold of ya. Murder the innocent. In his eyes are privately set against the poor. The worm's eyes are privately set against the host to latch onto it. Yeah. A living thing as a flea, worm or fungal that lives in or on another living thing and gets food and sometimes shelter from it, and usually causes harm to it. He sitteth in the lurking places, back to the precept 10. He sitteth in the lurking places, in the village, in the sacred places does he murder the innocent. His eyes are privately set against the poor. That sounds just like a parasite to me. Just exactly what a worm or parasite would do. A flea or any form of worm or fungus or fungus. He sitteth in the sacred places. He sitteth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He does catch the poor when he draweth him unto his net. Now that speaks for itself. That's a parasite, man. He croucheth and humble himself, and that the poor may fall by his strong ones. He hath said in his heart, God hath forgotten. He hideth his face, he will never see it. Right, that's it, man. He lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait, or her, in this case it's a Edomite woman, to catch the poor. He doth catch the poor when he draweth him unto his net. A parasite. That's a parasite. Let's take a look at another meaning here. The definition: a parasite is an organism that lives on or in a host organism and gets its food from oh dear, this is just amazing to me. Well, it's not amazing to me, but boy, I've seen this happen, man. And gets its food from or at the expense of its host. There are three main classes of parasites that can cause disease in humans. Processor, I can't pronounce that one. Protosa, Helminth, and Extasirosis. Expasarosis. If I butcher them words, I butcher them. So they're the three types. A parasite is an organism that lives in on or in a host organism and gets its food from or at the expense of its host. Right. Let's take another look at that's parasite there. Let's take another look here. Right. Now that's we just looked at that one there. We looked at that one there. Let's look at this one here. Parasite. This is the etymology. A hanger-on. Some of us have heard that before. A hanger-on. Yeah. Yeah. A hanger-on, a torta person. A torta person who lives on others. Right. From French, parasite. A director from Latin, paratos. Right. Toadtor, sponger. So that's enough there. A sponger, man. Quite simply, a sponger. So that's it, man. That's what this woman is. I like it because she's being, and that's what he said. He said, yeah, it's good for her. Good for her. She's being honest.
I need your melanin. So she said, so my kids can survive. Like he said, well, we need to see about another day. Listen, they couldn't even respond to that too quick. You understand? And yeah, Stephanie, they don't care about no attraction. They don't care about any of that. She said that I need your DNA. I need your melanin. So she said, so my kids can survive. Like I said, just parasites. That's what a parasite do. A parasite takes from you so it can survive. But you know what? I respect her. I respect her because she was so cold with it that dude couldn't even continue his cooning. He couldn't even do it. He like, wow, that's a different answer. Because I guess he was expecting her to say, oh yeah, y'all dance good, and oh boy, I like the sex. That was what he was expecting her to say. Until she hit him with, nah, I'm trying to survive. I'm using you to survive. Yeah, but you know what, brothers and sisters, all this.
I need you to survive. And she said it in so many words, right? But like I say, I study things and in an analytical way and in a strategic way. And why? Because we're behind enemy lines, and it's all through the Spirit that the Most High gave me. Psalm 7:14, it says, behold, he travaileth with iniquity, or her, and have conceived mischief, and brought forth falsehood. I need your melanin. I want to survive. I need it to survive, you see. And that speaks volumes. That's all you need to tell me. You just tell me that and say, oh, thank you very much. Nice meeting you. I'll see you later. Bye-bye. That's all you need to tell me. I prefer you being honest. I prefer that. Hello and goodbye. Right, yeah? Matthew 10:16 says, behold, I send you forth as sheep amidst wolves. In the midst of wolves, be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. He said he respects her. So do I.
Say, oh yeah, y'all dance good, and oh boy, I like the sex. That was he was expecting her to say. Until she hit him with, nah, I'm trying to survive. I'm using you to survive. Yeah, but you know what, brothers and sisters, all this stuff in the Commonwealth, and I'm glad a lot of Africans, because that's all I really, I'm caring about with this Commonwealth situation. I'm glad a lot of Africans are seeing this, they hearing this, and their eyes are being open too, because, over there, they don't deal with white supremacy. They really don't. If anybody going to do them something, it's going to be somebody within their own country. They'll deal with it like us. Now, of course, white supremacy has its hand, but they don't deal with it directly.
Yes, because they know. Proverbs 11:21 says, though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. Right? Through hand join in hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished. Don't matter how much you join on with them, yeah, and they want to befriend you because of white guilt, or they want to be a host unto you. They want that melanin. to survive. The wicked shall not be unpunished, and you can't see of them either, no matter how much you might love them. You understand? Enough man fall, enough man don't learn. Because them fall in a love. Them not stand up in a love. Them fall. And that's exactly what they do.
To say, oh yeah, y'all dance good, and oh boy, I like the sex. That was he was expecting her to say, until she hit him with, nah, I'm trying to survive. I'm using you to survive. Yeah, but you know what, brothers and sisters, you know, all this stuff.
So I want to end it there. You know, the point is made. You know, there's many people that go fall just like they did when they came out of Egypt. You know, because they're lovers of this world. As we looked at the precept. The precept was in, we're going to have to get one more reminder. 1 John 2:7 says, and the world passeth away, and the lust thereof, but he that doth the will of Yahweh Yahushua abideth forever. Right, because this world is passing away. The only thing that's going to be continue is when we continue to hasten the day of Yahweh Yahushua, and he's coming back. Hopefully he's coming back very, very soon, very, very shortly. Because this world is passing away. Right, I want to say Tawada to Yahweh Shai for giving me the spirit to do this video. Rise up to the house of David, and everything the wicked have done to us, past, present and future, is falling upon their own head.